Welcome back. So today I decided to do some trellises for our tomatoes. You're probably familiar with these sorts of tomato cages, but they cost money, and I thought I could probably make some at home. So we have this really pesky bamboo that grows back every year and then it dies. I don't know what it is, but whatever. So it comes back and it's a really good resource, so I thought that it would be a good idea to use it. So if you don't have pesky bamboo that grows back, if you're trimming hedges or bushes or trees or any of those things, you can take sticks or twigs, something sturdy enough, and make it nice and clean by just breaking off all the other little twigs and using them to build your tomato cages. So I had these big long timbers of bamboo, and I just cut them at the base and then took off all the extra leaves, or what am I talking about? Twigs, leaves, so that they're clean. There's nothing that's going to keep on growing. So what I'm going to do is, this little guy is getting pretty big, so I'm just going to put in 4 of these. I'm just going to sink them down into the dirt. You might want to use more, you might want to use less, just depending on the size of your plant, the direction you need it to go. So I might actually put 3 in this one, just because this plant is really big and it's leaning so far. So again, I'm just sinking it down in. No one can ever sneak up on us at our house because our dogs let us know someone's here. Or someone's next door. No big deal. Alright, so I'm going to put one more ticket in here. Be really careful when you're doing this. Tomato plants tend to be super fragile, and the moment you look at it wrong, it's like snap! And it makes that really horrifying snapping noise that just breaks your heart, because you know that you just broke off the tomato, part of the tomato bush with all the flowers, like I just did last week on that one. So don't do that, just be careful. All I have here is just some brown twine. I got this at the garden store, and this has lasted me 2 years. I twine everything with it. It was like $3 or something like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start it. Actually, I'm going to start it on this side because I want the plant to lean this way, so I want this to be pretty much the main support back here. And I'm using these kind of where the twigs were at one point. I'm going to use those to keep the twine in place. So I'm going to take some extra and tie it here. Patches is playing with his big blue ball right behind you guys. It's pretty cute. I'm going to just tie it a few times. The last thing we want it to do is to slip up or slip down. So just make it real strong. Oop, there we go. It's not strong yet. Yeah. And then I'm going to wrap it around. And these timbers, this is the first time I've used the bamboo, so I don't know if once they dry out they're not going to be as strong, but I know with like twigs and sticks and branches and stuff, you'll be good and fine. Those don't generally dry out or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that this is really tight around here, and then I'm going to go around to the next timber and wrap it around quite a few times, having this stay tight between the 2 pieces, I think, is key. Again, watching out for your tomato so that you're not making it snap. So that one's not super tight, but I'm not too worried about it at this point. I'll just try and keep it a little tighter around the next one. More people have better rope skills than I do, so my husband, who's filming this right now, is probably like, oh my god, what is she doing? That's not the technique. But anyways, wrap her in there. See, I broke off a piece of the tomato. So be careful, careful, careful. It's getting all twisted. And you can be brave and just cut off a really long piece of twine, but I'm not going to do that. I suppose I could, but as you're going, just make sure that you're getting all your tomato branches inside of the twine. That's probably defeating the purpose if you don't. So I'm going to kind of scoop it up here really gingerly. Be really careful. This one I want to be pretty tight because it's got most of the weight of this tomato bush. Oh, it smells like tomatoes. There's that. I'm going back to the original here. I'm going to go up just a little higher so that I can catch this branch with the bush. Now I'm going to cut it, the twine. I'm going to cut it with enough to tie a pretty decent amount. Talon, I'm sure, is like, oh geez. You need to do an extra triple slip knot, people. But I'm just doing a regular old knot. Alright, and then I suppose if your tomato plants are bigger or you want just that little extra support, you could probably do another ring of twine around. But for right now, that is our kind of makeshift tomato cages instead of going out and buying these, which are great. They're totally awesome, but when you're on a bit of a budget, this is really great. And twigs, I always see like free twigs and branches on Craigslist. So if you ever stumble across that, it's close to you and you go pick them up, you can use them as tomato cages. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any tips or advice or if you tried it and it works. So yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye.